Hey, my name is Brittany. I just wanted to take a second to kind of introduce myself and tell a little bit about why I created this page, what I'm going to be doing with it, kind of a little bit of my backstory so you guys understand how I got to the point that I'm at now. Basically, my entire adult life, I have had issues issues with insecurity, probably. Just insecurities, depression, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, feeling out of place, feeling like I needed to change who I was in order to fit in. At times that meant making myself smaller and making myself more agreeable, and at other times it meant really expanding myself and making myself like this big, larger than life, loud, look at me person. So essentially the only constant for me from my early years until now has always been makeup. I love makeup. I love looking good. I love the way that even if I don't feel good on the inside, if I put some makeup on, I at least felt like the package that I was offering was appealing, and that comforted me in a lot of ways. So a lot of times whenever I would feel bad, or I would feel depressed or sad or upset, I would, put some makeup on, and then I'd be like, all right, girl, I see you looking good. But anyways, that's essentially what kind of led me here. I would say my life started to kind of turn around like the beginning of 2017. Most of you probably don't know this about me, but I was obese. I struggled with my weight most of my adult life. As soon as I graduated high school, all the way back to college, I was just like, got a little bigger, then I got a lot bigger, then I got a little smaller, but still big, and then I got really big, and eventually I found myself at 240 pounds. Over a course of about 4 years, I had yo-yo dieted myself to about roughly 205 pounds. And the lowest I ever got was probably about 170. And I always kind of blamed the problems of my life on, if I could just lose weight, then I would be pretty. And if I was pretty, then all my problems would be solved. I would feel good about myself if I was pretty. I would, if I was like skinny, if I was thin and aesthetically pleasing and didn't feel like, the fat girl that had to put on 15 pounds of makeup to even, step out the door. So I blamed my weight issues a lot on my unhappiness. And I did end up losing weight. Eventually, in 2017, I realized, like, I have to take personal accountability for this. Like, I'm not just, like, making excuses isn't going to get me to where I want to be. So I just went for it. I said, I'm going to do this, and if this doesn't work, then I'm going to try something else. Instead of giving up and being like, it's just not meant to be. I just have to be overweight and feeling sorry for myself. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to relentlessly pursue health. I'm going to relentlessly pursue a healthy body. And I'm not going to stop until I get there. If something doesn't work, just going to try something else, and I'm going to do that. And it doesn't matter if it takes me 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, for the rest of my life. I am never going to allow myself to feel the way that I feel about my body right now. And that's what I did. And I essentially ended up getting down to about 121 pounds. But then I decided that I like pizza. And so now, for the most part, I still stick with the dietary changes that I had made, but I also sometimes eat pizza. So anyways, that when I got to the end of that, I did feel better about myself, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, okay, yeah, I like what I see, but there was still something that was like a disconnect for me, and that is I liked what I saw, but I still didn't love who I was on the inside, which is what led me to being heavy in the first place. I didn't have a good relationship with food because I was using food to make me happy because I was depressed. And I did things that normally I wouldn't do uh, because I didn't feel good about myself, and I didn't feel good about myself because I was doing things that I wouldn't normally do. So it was a cycle. It was a vicious cycle, and I was miserable. Uh, and then I looked good, but I still wasn't happy. So this year, 2017, year of the body, 2018 has been the year of the mind, and then essentially breaking through the mind to get to the spirit. So I've really made like a spiritual connection this year. I have really been trying to find balance. I don't always succeed at it. I'm not the best, but I try. God knows, very hard. My spirituality, finding it probably looks a little different than what some people's spirituality probably looks like. I believe a lot in it really essentially it's the same thing, but it's just not fear driven, and um, it's not judgmental. It's to me what Christ's love truly looks like, and it also connects with everything. It connects with nature. It connects with the heavens or the stars. It connects with we're all energy, vibrational beings, and it connects with soul. We all have souls inside of us. Our body, this that I worked so hard to change, it was just like polishing a ship, because that's all my body is. It's just a vessel to get me from point A to point B. And then at point B, what's inside of the ship is going to transcend this earth. It's going to go on. And essentially the most important thing that is to be beautiful and to feel good and happy and whole and at peace is your soul, what's on the inside, because this, is just, it's not really what matters. But something that I do know is that when I feel good and beautiful on the outside, it really helps me feel good and beautiful on the inside. And I know that, it's human nature that people are attracted to this. People are attracted to what you present to them outwardly. And people are going to draw to you, and that's just another opportunity for you to get to share your light with them and to speak your truth and to share your voice. So we should all take pride in our bodies, because our bodies truly are temples, and they're God's gift to us. And we should take care of them. And part of that for me is beating this face. Got to put the contour on, the eyebrows. Can't be walking around looking scary, because then people are going to run from you, and they're not really going to want to hear your story. So, don't get me wrong. Every person, I do believe, is truly beautiful for what they are on the inside. But like I said, human nature, people are going to be more attracted to you. They're going to be more apt to listen to you if you look put together and know your shit. So that's what I'm here for. Essentially, I had a very strong calling from God, Spirit, Earth, the source, whatever you want to call it. I've had just a really strong call to action to share my voice with people, and to share what I know, and to share what I love and what makes me feel good and happy. And makeup is one of those things. It's the constant. It's the thing that has brightened my day, and it is the thing that has carried me through in the dark times. It's the thing that has elevated me when I already feel good and great on the inside, and it's my connection with people. So essentially, that's what my call to action has been from God, from the divine, is that I need to share what I know with makeup, and call in my tribe. Basically, I feel like maybe not all of you might not all like me. I'm actually a lot more outgoing and a lot more snappy and a lot more weird than I'm being right now. I'm just kind of nervous, but some of you are my people, and I might not be for all of you, but some of you are going to relate to me, and some of you, it may not be for everyone, but for me, if I have been called to do this and I change one person's life, whether it be with makeup, whether it be with the joy and happiness that I have found in my heart, any of those things, to encourage, motivate any one single person. If I change somebody's life for the positive, for the best, then I feel like I was in the right place and I did the right thing. And I know that I am, because it was not a decision that I had made for myself. It was a tug at my heart. So, regardless of what it is, I know that me speaking right now way too much, which is something I'm good at. I know that I'm meant to be here doing this with you, and that you're meant to be watching this, if you still are, if you stayed with me, because it's going on 11 minutes now. But I know that there are so many people out there that I met that I relate so much to their stories, and there are so many people out there that I know, I'm not done with my journey. Every single day is it's another day to make the decision to be happy. Every single day is another day to make the decision to follow my calling and follow what the universe is telling me, versus fall back into the rat race, fall back into, oh gosh, man, I guess I just have to do this. I just don't want to live that miserable, unfulfilling life anymore. I want to step into my purpose. I want to connect with people. I want to call in my tribe, my soul tribe, my fam. And I want to make somebody's life better, and I want people around that are going to make my life better as well. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to connect. I'm here to speak. I'm here to teach about what I know. And by the way, my makeup, like, I'm ratchet right now. I don't care that much. You're going to see me without makeup a lot, because most of it is going to be me putting on makeup. So, anyways, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to say, is like, thank you for being here, and thank you for being here on the first step of many, hopefully, throughout this journey. And I look forward to interacting with you more. It's a lot more to come. So thank you.